Season 1 finale. Whew. I'm sorry, but I don't think Season 2 can beat Season 1's finale. I hope that I am wrong. But Season 1 had the train and Think Mark Think. I don't know how you're beating that in Season 2. I'm just saying. But, could be wrong. I don't know. I don't think you can beat Season 1. Like, that episode was fucked. I mean, you could have, like, the fish pride and, like, all this stuff, but, like, Season 1 hit like a truck. I don't know how you're gonna beat that. I mean, I hope you do, but, like, how?
You will once again teach this world what it means to truly suffer. For rumors of a...
Wait, sorry, where the f*** did that come? What the f*** is that? What?
You will once again teach this world what it means to truly...
Where the hell did this happen? I don't remember this from Season 1. At some point in Season 1. When the hell did this turn into Yu-Gi-Oh? I am so confused. I swear this is going to have something to do with this episode. Okay, anyway.
Suffer. For rumors of a Viltrumite prison somewhere in space. Maybe they took him there.
Where are you even going?
Home. Let me guess, you can open portals between dimensions. Invincible! You don't understand! I need to make him pay!
My name is Anissa, and I'm an agent of the Viltrum Empire.
I'm just going to put it out there, and I said it in the previous episodes, all the thing that Vanessa, whatever your name is, said about humanity is technically not wrong. Just putting it out there.
Killing you is not my task. Can't live in your world.
I'm sorry.
Anissa, she just introduced herself. Well, she didn't leave enough of an impression. You gotta earn me remembering your name. You have to earn it. It's the greatest honor I can bestow upon a character. Remembering their name. You don't just get it for free. It doesn't work that way. Oh, what? You think just because she's a girl with titties, I'll instantly remember her name? Well, you're wrong.
Sorry.
Me too.
Hello, Mom.
See, for example, I don't actually remember this girl's name at all. Like, I don't actually remember her name at all. Like, I'm trying to remember her name, blank. See what I mean? You earn it.
Hi, Mom.
Amber. That's right, the stripper name.
Hello, Mark. When are you coming home?
Okay, so who's going Darth Vader on the droids? Oh! Well, this just got interesting. Yes! You see, I was starting to get worried that he was just going to accept his fate and roll over and die, which would be the worst possible ending to his character arc, because it would completely flush down the toilet any of the, let's call it, colossal impact that he had in Season 1, and arguably good character progression he had in Season 2, dealing with his, let's call it, emotional issues. Like, pretty good character progression. To the point that I didn't even notice him crying at the end of Season 1 when he flew off. And then in Season 2, he's dealing with all those repressed emotions and the love of his son and all these... Like, all around, Omni-man is a pretty well-written character. And he's been lying to us half the time as, like, the main villain. So, like... I mean, that doesn't excuse him for bugging... a bug, but, like... The guy was grieving. Some people drink, some people some people a bug. I mean, man was grieving. I can just hear Piccolo's voice. Dodge! I know it moves at the speed of light, it's incredibly quick, almost impossible to dodge, but also memes.
They didn't tell you who I was.
You know, he's actually doing it right. He's not doing this, he's doing this. He's grabbing the windpipe. He's grabbing it and crushing it. I like it. I like it. I like that shit. Come on, crush it. Come on, crush it.
Did they? Enough.
No, crush the windpipe. Do it. Don't stop now. Come on, my murder burner's showing. Don't leave me hanging. See what I did there? Come on, don't leave me hanging.
Krieg.
But you didn't... Oh, goddamn.
You came all the way out here for me. Impressive. You know I wouldn't miss this. You flatter me. It seems you've passed inspection. Finally fit for your execution.
See, this is so slub. It's like, we're gonna kill you, but we're not gonna kill you until you're 100%. Because you need to be 100%. Because if you're not 100%, you can accept your death. But if you are 100%, every atom in your body is going to be screaming to fight and escape. But the point is, you won't be able to fight and escape. You have to despair. It's not about killing the person. It's about making it as painful as possible for the person. That is the Slav way. I appreciate the Viltrum Empire. In fact, can I sign up? I like these guys. Earth. Honestly, it's bloody ruled by a bunch of grapists. I like this empire. I like this shit. Not the bug f***ing, but like, the rest seems pretty cool.
Congratulations.
You know, some people are going to make fun of this person for running because he's fat, and I'm going to be like, never make fun of a person that's trying to better themselves. I am this person. Except I'm fatter. Don't land on the bloody flat of your foot. Land like this. You don't want to put all your weight down with each run. You want to keep your weight like this so you can run faster.
This is gonna kill me.
No. You want to look up and breathe. You want to inhale, and then a little more, and then exhale. You want to get the oxygen into your lungs. You don't want to mouth the oxygen. You don't want to go shallow breaths. No. You want it deep to get it in your lungs, to get it in your blood. That's how you breathe.
Oh, Christ. Come on. You got this. You got this, Taylor.
This is a man pushing himself to the point of vomiting. I respect that shit.
Keep this up. You're gonna feel. You'll feel.
No, leave this guy alone. Come on, he's doing so well.
You'll feel.
I mean, you're going to get runner's high when the oxygen hits you like a truck, but like, you know, that's actually what runner's high is. You're deprived of oxygen, and then you start breathing, and then the oxygen hits your brain, and you feel lightheaded, and you're like, F yeah. It's called runner's high. You can get the same feeling if you're just breathing in oxygen. Higher levels than in our atmosphere. It gets you high as f***. There's actually oxygen bars in Dubai. Because, you know, drugs are illegal, they have oxygen bars. It's like taking drugs without taking drugs. There's actual bars where the oxygen level is higher than our atmosphere. So you go to the bar and you get passively high. Without drugs. Even though technically chemicals are drugs and you are technically on a form of drugs. But apparently it's okay because it's not a drug. Apparently. The impression I get is that they think if they condemn Viltrum, they can actually win a fight. He must be right. I think what they're doing, and I might be wrong, is that they're portraying Viltrum in a purely logical and rational way, so that we don't 100% subjectively hate them. They're not like evil, but rather their society is so rational that there's no room for weakness. As a result, they have excelled to the stage of their evolution that they're intergalactic conquerors because there's no weakness. But in doing so, they've lost their humanity, which is something that Omni-Man didn't have in Season 1, but through his son, developed. That's what I feel that they're going for. Omni-Man was trying to convince his son that he needs to be purely rational and logical. It is the Viltrum way, where might makes right. Invincible, on the other hand, embodies humanity, where it's more about your feelings and subjectivity. And so when Omni-Man's like pushing the Viltrum, like, logically, you're going to be 1,000 years old. Everyone's going to be dead. What are you going to have at the end of the day when everyone's dead except pain, misery, and regret? And then Invincible's like, I'll have you. And then Omni-Man's like, you know what I mean? That's what I think they're going for. I could be wrong, but that's what I think they're going for. It is more honorable. Didn't mean to send my... I think it's more of an honor thing. There's no honor executing a Viltrum that's crippled, and they might execute him when he's whole. I would go with pride. I would go with pride. Because honor's one thing, but I think it's pride. It's like, you're so pathetic that you're not worth killing. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's pride. It's like, because they live for so long, it's like, make yourself worth killing. It's not like honor, where you restore your honor through ritualistic suicide, which in its own way is pride, but like, it's different. It's like, I wouldn't even spit on you, much less waste energy. You know, you can live for 1,000 years. You can just sit there and wallow in your own misery until you heal up.
Like $1 million. That's far enough. There's a chance you could kill me before I snap her neck. I'm not sure.
You should have brought a dead man switch. Actually, what you should have done, smart man, is get a little knife, put it in her jugular, right? The jugular bleeding is very difficult to stop. So if our Mr. Invincible here was silly enough to take you out, he would inadvertently kill his own mother without realizing. And the best part is, you don't tell him. That's some Joker level shit right there.
You could try, if you like. Do you want to take that risk?
No, you're doing this wrong. Don't threaten. Do it already, and he doesn't realize it. Maybe you've done that already, because the placement of your figures are over her jugular. So from that point of view, her jugular would be here. Yeah, I don't think you would have it here, though. You would have... Anyway, the amount of torque required for a human to snap another human's neck is more torque than humans are capable of producing. So unless you have superhuman strength, or you're full of shit. Kuma remembered to himself he's a good guy. Everyone is a good guy to themselves. That's why history is his story. Well, you think Stalin thought he was a bad guy? He thought he was the main protagonist of his own anime, which is why he took over the Soviet Union and spent his days watching cowboy films. You think Mr. Mustache Man thought he was a bad guy? No, he saw himself as the MC of Germany, restoring it to its former glory in a 1,000-year empire. You think anyone thinks themselves as a bad guy? You know, the worst human atrocities that are ever committed are either done in the name of God or by people thinking that they're saviors with a God complex. Either way, you're going to get f***ed by religion one way or another.
Is the Mark Grayson of this dimension a risk taker?
Remember, the other versions of himself had Invincible as a villain, and he has memories of those other selves. I know that. Everyone sees themselves as a hero in their story. No one sees themselves as a villain. Except me. I'm realizing that in a lot of stories, I am probably the bad guy. And to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of those stories are justified. But in my defense, at the time, I didn't think I was doing the wrong thing. But now, in hindsight, I kind of look at it and I go like, you were such an idiot. And does no one take their shoes off? Seriously. You are from an East Asian fucking household. You should know better. Take your shoes off. And you, take the shoes off the couch. I know you're about to kill the woman, but you don't have to be a bad guest.
Would appear not. Noted for future reference. Oh, and before I forget, I'm blocking all signals within these four walls. I wouldn't want us to be interrupted.
Maybe she's Asian American and grew up in America with absolutely no influence from her heritage from overseas. You're basically describing whitewashing. Growing up in America with nothing from your heritage. That is the worst way to raise a child.
Who are you and what do you want?
He made me call you. He said he'd hurt us if we didn't.
Why'd you take your hand off his neck? Because he knows that this Mark is not a risk taker.
Mark!
He was talking to me.
Let them go! Now!
Did you know your identity is public in almost half of the realities you exist in?
Because he's an idiot.
So careless.
I don't know why you're here, but I'm warning you.
You? You really don't remember who I am. Let me help. When we met before, you hadn't done this to me.
Wait, but if he doesn't remember who you are, then he didn't do that to you. Oh, now I remember what he did. It was in that intro sequence. But to be fair, you took the helmet off yourself.
Oh God, you're that guy.
See what I mean from the previous discussion we had? Actions have consequences. Invincible decided to do something. As a result, consequences are now taking place. His mother is endangered and a guy absolutely hates him and wants to hurt him. Whereas in some other anime, there are absolutely no consequences for the MC's actions. And that kind of ticks me off.
That guy? That's all you remember of me?
Look, names are difficult.
That I was that guy? I am ANGSTROM LEVY.
Oh shit, I remembered you as Armstrong. Levi. Whoops.
And you made me into a monster.
I didn't do anything to you. Your machine blew up.
I wonder why!
You did this! I was gonna save the world. All of them.
You need help. Let me just...
I had help. I had the best doctors in a dozen dimensions. They saved my life, rebuilt my body, but even they couldn't fix this. So now, I'll always have a reminder of you and what you did.
You know what I absolutely love? Invincible sees himself as the good guy, and Army, whatever your name is, that isn't enough of a bad guy to realize that he should have hurt the mother. He's noticing the child that's crying, but he's not realizing the mother should be the real target. That's the one Invincible has emotional attachment to, not the baby. Which tells me one thing. He's not a bad guy. He doesn't think like a bad guy. He's just a guy in a set of circumstances that made him annoyed. And Invincible doesn't listen. And would just punch him if he didn't have a hostage. See what I mean?
Oh, I agree. Come get me.
Didn't your father teach you how to fight? I know. It's a basic tactic. If they're easily angered, anger them, and like a bull, they'll charge straight ahead like an idiot. But at the same time, it doesn't make it any less painful to watch. What is this, a Simpsons reference? Are you going to kill a mosquito and it's going to change the future or something?
What the hell?
Actually, technically, it's when in hell. Please tell me you didn't put him in the same dimension just back in time. That would be a stupid move. Although, would that mean that time travel is linear or relative?
Oh, shit.
Enjoy! Oh wait, it's not Simpsons, it's Dragon Ball Z. Enjoy, Gohan. Maybe now you'll learn how to dodge! Oh, I thought it was a T-Rex. Wait, what? It speaks?
How is this possible?
It speaks?!
It's just the damnedest thing. If I wasn't looking right at it.
I thought sapiens were extinct.
Holy fuck.
I was but a hatchling when I last tasted their succulent flesh.
Ooh, I want to taste.
But how did you guys take over the planet with your little hands?
We can share. I smelled it first. It's mine.
Stay back. No one's eating me.
Egads, it speaks. I've never heard tell of a talking sapien.
I don't care if it sings. I only care how it tastes.
Back, you brute. If it talks, it thinks.
Wait, are you telling me that my dog doesn't think simply because he can't speak my language, despite the fact that Cheeky understands my language and we have a means of communicating? I say voda, she knows if she's thirsty, she should just turn around and I'll give her water. Hrana, she knows that it's food, and if I say the word that is P-A-R-K, she knows that it's time to go out. And if I say that word, she'll come here and say, we had a deal, which is the same way I can't use the English word for toriniku because she knows what it is. I hope she doesn't start learning Japanese. But she can understand human speech. Are you saying she doesn't think?
It flies too. Its wings must be invisible.
More to eat. I want my taste.
This is a great way to interrogate someone.
Welcome back. I like your brother's color.
Okay.
So unique.
I mean, if he wanted to talk to him, he could put them both in another dimension, but instead he's trying to teach him a lesson.
We'll give him something to talk about at parties. If he lives to attend one. You know, I haven't encountered him in any other reality yet. Isn't that interesting?
If you hurt him, I swear I'll...
You'll do what?
What? Kill me? Of course you would. But don't worry. I have no intention of hurting your brother or your mother. No. Your little family is safe. As long as I don't determine that the only way to hurt you is to hurt them. So do them a favor and die.
Oliver!
No!
You know, the one thing that I don't approve of is the harming of children that have never done anything wrong, because they are by default innocent. So using them as a mechanism is wrong, because you are harming the innocent, which is something that I do not approve of. However, harming someone that is not innocent, by all means, go for it. I'll bring some beer to the barbecue. But like, I don't like it. I really don't. Gray Fox, is that you? Oh, it's Slime Man. That's not a spider web, that's something else.
Talk about your bad luck, Prof. Ock. Oh, shit. Are you okay? I didn't mean to... Hey, thanks, pal. Let's get this guy webbed up. What? No, are you trying to hurt this old man?
Look, I saw the portal. I know you're from another dimension. Got way too much experience with that, especially lately. So, trust me, I'm the good guy here, and Mr. Mechanical Arms is not.
Everyone says that, though. That is exactly what a bad guy would say.
You got glowing red eyes, man. How am I supposed to... Ah!
Yep, told you.
VA voiced Spider-Man in one of the TV series. I sincerely hope that they didn't have legal troubles with Spider-Man. I mean, technically this would be a parody because it's not redoing the show, it's just referencing the show in a different way. But at the same time, I know that Spider-Man was acquired by Sony, and Sony is a Japanese company, and Japanese companies are literal assholes when it comes to any form of copyright. So, like, 50-50. Fun fact, this was supposed to be Spider-Man. He appears in the Invincible comic, but because Marvel said they couldn't use him, they have to do this instead. Marvel are a bag of dicks.
You're okay, Oliver. It's gonna be okay.
There's no way to know that for sure. What kind of mother lies to her son like that?
You said you wouldn't hurt us.
You know, the reason that you lie to a child is to stop them from panicking, and the child is going to forget what you said in that moment anyway. So the intent isn't to maliciously lie to the child, but rather to keep them calm so they don't panic, to de-escalate the situation, because there's an asshole there that harms the child every single time it cries. You are that asshole.
No, I said you were safe. As long as your son suffers and dies like he deserves to. And speaking of... Don't. One wrong move and they fall. I've got a dimension all picked out where the ground is 8 stories lower than it is here.
8 stories. Yeah, they would splat.
You're not gonna hurt them. And you're not gonna hurt me.
Yes, he will.
I don't know what game you're playing, but you're not a killer.
I swear I've heard that somewhere before.
I'm sorry. I didn't remember you.
Remember the incantation, Avada Kedavra. Come on, you've got the green light and everything.
But I remember that night. You were trying to save me. Maybe the accident changed you, but you were a good person.
Don't fall for it! He's lying!
Trying to do a good thing.
He couldn't even remember who you were 5 minutes ago. Don't believe him!
Save you? After all the pain and suffering you've caused? The lives you've taken? No. No. Wouldn't save him. Not me, not ever. Couldn't. Wouldn't.
I like how one of them looks like Monster Girl.
Not me, not ever. Couldn't. Wouldn't.
Look, there's a Monster Girl one. Of course, there's a Big Boss one, but look, there's a Monster Girl. There's a Monster Girl one. Look at that. There's also a Rex one. He's become the very thing he swore to destroy. Well, here's the thing. Everyone thinks there will be a hero, but then they live long enough to become a villain. And everyone's like, ha ha ha, that's just childish phrasing. No, it's actually true. As kids, we idolize Batman, but as we become adults, we understand the Joker more and more. That's what adulthood is. Understanding the Joker. You die a hero, or live long enough to become a villain. It's really smart. Fun fact, there was an entire story of Invincible and Spider-Man teaming up in the Marvel universe. But of course, they didn't show that in the show. And you know why Marvel did that? It's not because it wouldn't be cool. It's because Marvel doesn't own Invincible, and Disney doesn't like competition. They want to own everything. And because they don't own Invincible, no, it can't happen. That's what pisses me off about Disney. It's not about the art. It's about the money. That's what pisses me off. If it was about the art, I'd love Disney. But it's not about the art. It's about the money.
I won't build my utopia with blood.
No, don't do it. Do not be corrupted.
Justice. Justice will come for you. For all the friends we've lost to your senseless cruelty, for all the families you've torn apart, you will reap what
Let's do this, Mark. I missed lunch because of that riot in Bangkok.
Remember the pain. Remember the agony he caused. Let it turn to hate. Feel your anger.
Yeah, way ahead of
Remember the... Oh my god, that is a really cute fox. No, 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 don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Daddy, I miss Mommy.
Do not fucking hurt the fox.
Me too, man.
Chainsaw's scared.
You named your fox Chainsaw? Whatever.
But you tell Chainsaw, everything's gonna be...
Oh, poor Angstrom. You actually thought you could hide from me? My God. Look at you.
You know, you've got such a lovely attitude when you're invincible. I would love to see your attitude when you're completely defenseless.
Pathetic. You're making me feel bad, man. I'll tell you what.
Don't touch the fox.
I'll kill the boy quickly.
Remember the pain. Do not let him deceive you. At least he didn't touch the fox. That we know of. He probably did. The fox would have started crying or attacked the person. The fox has an instinct to defend its owner. Its owner being injured, the fox would attack. And what do you think Invincible would do? He'd probably step on it. Remember the pain. Remember the pain. Don't let him trick you. Remember the pain. This one's not even wearing shoes. Foxes are not domesticated. Also, it may have frozen out of fear. Foxes don't necessarily need to be domesticated, but they can form a strong bond with humans. I've seen it happen. People have pet foxes, and a lot of them form very strong bonds with their human. That's it. Remember the pain. Come on, be alive for another 20 seconds just so we can screw it a little harder. It wouldn't be an instant death. Even with your heart gone, you would still have enough oxygen in your brain. You're holding the gun wrong. That's not how you hold a gun. None of these people are holding the gun This is why American cops can't hit anything for shit. Hey, look, it's the Omni-man cop. But the point is, wait. Omni-man? That girl? Yeah. These people don't know how to hold a gun properly. That's like the Hollywood way to hold a gun. It's wrong. Shoot him in the dick. And I would totally do that. Do you know how much blood you get by crushing someone's skull? You've got so much blood pressure coming from the jugular vein that it will literally spray everywhere on the ceiling, which is about 2 meters high. It's like a fire hose, at least for a few seconds. Yeah. I said it. Why'd you bring him back? Wait, what the fuck was that? Was that a sniper rifle? Do you know what the purpose of putting camo on your weapon is? It's to stop it from sticking out. You don't want to be spotted. So you camouflage your weapon to break up its shape so people don't recognize it. What you don't do is do the fucking 90s kids thing where you put flames and shit on it. Oh, God. No wonder the people in this anime don't know how to hold a gun right. They're fucking Americans. Kuma, it's just the gun from Fortnite. It's not that deep. Neither is Fortnite, but come on.
It's over.
Don't get me wrong. I personally would love to have a pink gun like Diva from Overwatch because it's adorable, and then get a carbine and get pink white and put a Hello Kitty on it and then give it to Hachan and do a photo shoot because she looks really good and cute with guns. I would totally do it, but at the same time, a part of me dies on the inside because I am a Slav and guns are part of my religion. Alright? So part of me on the inside dies.
It'll never be over until I've made you pay for everything you've done.
But you're making the wrong person pay.
I am done playing your game.
Are they?
You want to kill me? Fine. Let them go, and you can take your best shot. All right? I won't even fight back.
Oh, Mark.
I appreciate the offer, but what would be the fun in that?
I am not flying through any more of your stupid portals.
You're gonna make him cut himself?
Can't hurt me with that.
Just as stupid in every dimension.
Hey, look, you're in the Walking Dead world. Literally, this is the Walking Dead. Where's Clementine? Holy shit, if he bumps into, what's his name? Lee. That man is the best. Lee is just a moment of silence. It hits you where it hurts. This is literally The Walking Dead. Okay, I have to give this show credit. It gets the message across instantly. First thought that went to my head was Walking Dead. And it's Walking Dead, like, perfect. Yeah, Robert Kirkman did write Walking Dead, except the zombie said meat. So is that the same person that wrote Invincible? Well, one of the authors of Invincible did co-write Walking Dead. Right. Wait a minute. Then they should know better! Isn't Walking Dead all about realism? About what would happen to humans in a zombie apocalypse? And you're telling me the person that co-wrote it doesn't know how to handle a firearm? It's not like he can fly or anything.
Your son is more resilient than I anticipated. Maybe I should leave him somewhere time runs quicker.
Or you should probably go and grab some dinner. Why are you in a rush?
No, in all my research.
Or why don't you just go somewhere where time runs slower so you don't lose your lifespan? Leave him where he is, go somewhere that's moving really, really fast, because we all know how relative time works, and just chill there for a little while.
I didn't learn how long his kind can go without food.
You know, I should have a problem with that, but what is this, Breaking Bad? You would actually end up cutting yourself.
Not very smart.
You know what I find absolutely nuts? He is keeping track of the relative position of Invincible at any given point in time while he's in the room with the mother and the child. That is just like... I can't even fathom the mental gymnastics required to be doing that many simultaneous processes at once. Wait, did that portal just have a gravitational pull? Did that portal just suck him in?
Stop this. Please.
And why isn't your hand bleeding from touching a broken piece of vase? Your hand should be bleeding. You grabbed onto it enough that you could slash him with it. The friction should have also cut your hand.
You
It
think
was actually Mark's momentum. Fair enough.
you're innocent in all this? In so many other dimensions, you join your husband and son when they slaughter millions and make the earth burn.
Why would you burn it? Why not just increase the temperature by about 10 degrees and let everyone boil to death? Okay, that was evil.
You're a traitor to your own kind. Your family's legacy is blood.
No. Not me. I raised the boy who defied his father and saved this planet.
Well, now I see where the mama's boy gets it from.
From what you say, these worlds are extremely different. I know the son I raised, and he's no killer.
You sure about that?
You make it sound like this is the one world where Mark is good, and you're the one who's bad.
What?
Oh, that's why you're so angry. Because you turned out rotten here, and Mark is the hero for once.
No, he's kind of angry because his wife and son and everyone else in every other reality died at the hands of Mark. So 99.9% of his memory that's in his brain is of Mark being evil, and the 0.01% is the only part that's good.
You don't know anything!
So all his instincts are pure emotion as anger, and the only logical part of him is the 0.01. And as we know, when someone is emotional, logic flies out the window, and he's got absolutely no control, which is why he's having those mental attacks. The mental attacks are just the logical 0.01% of his brain trying to tell him to stop. But he can't because he's being overpowered by his instincts, because the human brain works in such a way. But you, whatever you do. See what I mean? I actually understand what's going on. I don't know. Go along for the ride. The little boy's gonna unlock his power.
Not the villain! I'm trying to save the world!
You know, I was thinking you should do that with her elbow, but you just broke that arm. You actually broke it. Damn! You've got one hell of a grip strength.
Your son is the monster!
Do you actually know the amount of acceleration you would need to do in order to break this bone without actually breaking this part? An insane amount of acceleration. How do you have that much strength? Yep, he's gonna awaken his power.
It's okay. I'm okay.
Attack accomplished nothing. I'm going to make...
Okay, I have a problem with this. 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 I know exactly what's going through your head right now, but that is an innocent child that did absolutely nothing. Incapable of fighting back. No. No. Bad Armstrong. Armston. Whatever the fuck. Bad.
I'm gonna make
Okay, the little pink kid is gonna have healing powers.
I'm even gonna make this child hurt.
And that is the line you know that you are a bad person. Angstrom. Angstrom.
So he opens another portal as soon as I come out, with no gap in between them. So it's just a tunnel to somewhere else.
You go to another dimension, and the first thing you go to is group therapy with a bunch of fucking campers. This is why I hate Invincible. The first thing he does is marshmallows and campfire, and expresses his feelings and shit. Does he go off and try to study science to find a way to create a device to go back to the other dimension? No. Does he try to kidnap some scientist in this reality to make such a device? No. Does he try to find the arm string in this reality to bring him back? No. He goes to the middle of the woods and shares his feelings. I can't relate to this kid. He's in the Walking Dead world. Fair. The animators aren't stupid. It's just they aren't overworked to make up for lost time, so that's why the quality isn't there. Okay, I'll give them a pass. Maybe this is the zombie world and they're the closest survivors he can find. I think Kuma is about to have a stroke. I think I'm about to have a stroke. I'm sorry. I can't handle this weakness. If Invincible was my son, I would have no son. I would leave and start another family. This episode would definitely not work for you. I'm dying. I know that the purple kid is going to end up developing a healing power. His power is probably going to manifest, and it's going to be whatever it needs to be so that he can heal his mother. And he will heal his mother. I sort of understand how that part's going to work.
In some dimensions, time is all weird too, so I don't even know how long it's been.
You're talking to a bunch of people that are at constant risk of being eaten alive by fucking zombies. I'm sorry, Invincible. You with your ability to fly... like... Dude, like, come on.
I have no idea what he's done to my mom or my brother.
Yeah, as well as everyone here that's probably missing their loved ones and family members who are probably zombies. Like, come on, man. And now we're in Dr. Stone.
How did you get here?
And now we're in, Overlord?
Where did you come from? No, I mean, you're a man
Oh god, it's Batman.
who dresses like a bat, and your name is... well, you know, I mean, like, don't you think that's kind of lazy?
You're invincible and you call yourself invincible. And now we're in, what's that movie that I watched that was really cool? About going to Valhalla. Come on, Kuma, you've got this. Mad Max.
I told you, I wasn't in the mood.
Are you done torturing him yet? Wait, do you think he's actually cooled off? You see, now I'm at this weird junction where I didn't care about Invincible, and the fox set me off because animals. But then Angstrom attacked an innocent child, which for me is just as depraved as attacking an innocent animal. So the two negative feelings that I have effectively cancelled each other out. And now I'm in limbo where I am impartial and sort of looking at Invincible and going, has he had enough? And I don't know where this is coming from. I have just been flashbanged in my head. You gotta root for the one not attacking babies. But he killed a fox in that one reality. Who technically wasn't him, but you get my point. I mean, what do I hate more? Weakness or violence towards the innocent? Clearly violence toward the innocent. Even though technically speaking, if I joined the Viltrum Empire and killed all humans, I would technically be killing the innocent as well. Which would technically make me a hypocrite. God damn it.
This is over! Mark.
Did you finally learn that you have to kill some people?
Mom.
How is she still conscious? Well, there goes your spine.
What did you do to her?
Well, clearly he broke her arm. Has he learned?
Remember those doctors I told you about? The ones who rebuilt my body?
They made you bigger and stronger than before?
They also improved it. Why do you think I sent you across the multiverse?
Uh.
Why do you think I was softening you up? I don't want you to die in some random dimension. I want to do it myself.
I respect that. Hear me out. If he didn't harm the child, I would be rooting for him. But because he harmed the child, well, in the words of Aku, I want to do an unspeakable evil to him.
Did you think anything less than killing you with my bare hands would satisfy me? No. This doesn't end until you and your family are dead.
Stop threatening my family!
Do you not learn, Gohan? Crap, he did it the slub way. He just flew quicker than the portal could open. I respect that. Why do you need to dodge if you can counterattack quicker than needing to dodge? The boy's got a point.
No idea what I've been through! How much I've been holding back! I'll never let anyone ever hurt my family!
As much as I love you finally waking up to reality, you still technically need him to get you back home. Well, I guess Christmas has come early and young Mark has finally become an adult. Fun fact, the beating Mark is giving is literally the same one he received from his father. Oh, I noticed. It's the most simplistic, ineffective way to punch. You can get a lot more momentum if you punch properly, but who needs fighting technique when you're basically Superman, right? What's an extra 50% of momentum? How's it feel, my boy? Feels good, doesn't it? Come on, stay with it. Don't deny it. Stay with it. Yes, it's you. Come on, don't tap out. Stay there. Good boy. Accept it. Embrace it. Don't vomit. No. Ugh, you're still a child. Breathe. Breathe. Good. Good.
I thought you were...
Sins of the father, huh? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What the fuck did I just say? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That's more like it. Good, good.
I thought you were stronger.
Yeah, that finishing blow Mark did was the one Nolan was going to do before he didn't in the end. Which is why he probably was crying as he was flying away. Because he realized he was just about to kill his son. When he said, what's 17 more years, he was being literal. He was about to wipe the slate clean. Destroy everyone and just start again. Wow. Yeah, the Viltrums are just basically slubs. I mean, my own dad tried to kill me. What's new? It's basically to be expected. If you grow up in a Slavic household, you're basically growing up in Omni-man. Except he beats you up every day. And half the time you didn't even do anything wrong. By the end of it, your pain tolerance is so high that when a kid tries to bully you in school, he hits you a few times, you don't care, you kick him in the dick, and there you are in the 2nd grade beating up a 6th grader. And then by the end of it, you're just kicking him in the dick. So what? You bullied a kid that was 4 years younger. That's on you. I hope you can never have children. Anyways, where were we? It's fine. 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 It's fine.
All clear. One injured woman and child. Ma'am, are you okay?
No. Do you not see her arm?
Oh, thank God.
You know, I will give her credit for being a good mother. She's in incredible pain, but everything she did was to save her child. Who isn't even her child. Her motherly instinct and her ability to empathize with another child, despite it being the offspring of the man that abandoned and used her, is incredible. She's displaying more traits of humanity than a lot of characters I have encountered before, despite being one of my least favorite characters. I respect that. Wow. And apparently the spoilers in the chat. Guys, what the fuck? Look on Discord to see how Levi looked after. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I get you. That works. How did they finally notice the lack of signal from the house? One word. Americans.
Debbie. Jesus Christ, what happened?
I know he's saying it like that, but at the same time, it's like, don't you want to call a medic? I mean, it may look like a small injury, but the bleeding hasn't stopped. And if this was real life, she would have already bled to death. It's okay, they can rebuild her. Stronger and better than before.
Cecil, where's Mark?
I don't know. Let's get you somewhere safe.
You can't move her!
You, get the medics in here.
I am... You know what baffles me? This team... Captain America. This team enters and secures the perimeter. There is an injured VIP on the ground with... I forget what the medical term is, but like, the bones fucking showing, and no one thinks to call a medic? And why is your finger on the trigger? Open fracture. Thank you. You see, this is why they're trying to ban guns. Because idiots don't know how to use them. You never put your finger on the trigger unless you're willing and able to fire. Kuma, you already gave a pass to the animators. They literally made him Captain America! And he doesn't know how to use a gun!
Now!
I'm with Cecil on this one. How can they be so fucking stupid? Yay, we're doing Uncharted 3. Captain America never used the gun. Yeah, he built a frisbee.
Oh god.
Holy shit, this is Uncharted 3.
Oh god.
It's fine. You're in the desert heat. The blood will dry, and because of the iron content, it'll flake off. You don't even have to bother trying to get it off you.
I had to. I didn't have a choice.
Don't rationalize it. You always had a choice. Accept that it was your choice.
I had to kill him. He tried to kill me. He was gonna kill my mom and my brother.
Oh, come on. Don't give me that. You know as well as I do, you gave in to your instincts. You became your father. Accept it.
He made me do it.
No, he didn't. He wasn't fighting back, and you know it.
It was an accident, but he made me do it.
Yeah, we both know it wasn't.
I didn't want to kill him. I did it. I had to. I had no other choice.
There's always a choice. Come on, just admit that you were enjoying it in the moment. You lost control. It happens. Come on, he was literally fighting back. At the end, he wasn't. At the end, he wasn't. At the end, he literally put up his hand to try to stop him, and I just flicked it off like this. He didn't have the strength to fight back at the end. He had nothing left. He couldn't strike. He just went like this, and he just flicked him like this. There was no strength. He was already out. And he knows that. Trust me, anyone that's been in a proper fight, he was out. He had already lost. He couldn't fight back. You know it to be true. Come on. You murdered him. And he would immediately attack when Mark turns his back. Well, like Mark said, he thought Angstrom was stronger to handle his punches. But he didn't finish him with a punch, did he?
I lost control.
There it is! There it is. Now admit it. You enjoyed it. You enjoyed it for a moment. Come on, admit it. Admit it. Come on. Admit it.
To kill him.
Yes! Good! You admitted you finally tapped into your base instincts. Ah, they grow up so fast.
What does that make me?
Human?
I thought he was stronger. He told me he was stronger.
They all say that, and in the end they all fall.
I wanted to kill him, but I didn't know if I could.
Yes, you're admitting it. Good boy.
Oh, God. Where am I?
You lost control. You don't see your surroundings. You tunnel visioned. The only instinct you had was to kill. Rip. Tear. Ah, our boy is learning. Our boy is learning. Our boy is learning. It's likely that these guys have tons of other things to pay attention to since they're Global Defense Agency, not the Grayson Spy Agency. They can't always be looking at the house, especially when they're still looking out for space for Anissa. You would think you would pay attention to a VIP like a purple kid that's the offspring of Omni-man. But that's just me. Are you telling me that this government doesn't have enough resources to report that a signal has gone missing? And worse than that, Invincible's signal, while he was in his own house, went missing. So not only did the surveillance on the house go AWOL, but Invincible's signal went missing. And it took you how many minutes to get there? That's some slow response time. Maybe he should have ordered a pizza. It would have arrived quicker. Like I said, they're still looking into space for bigger threat. Not the guys on the ground. That's a different department altogether. You don't get untrained people that are used to, like, security on Earth looking into space. They wouldn't have the capacity to know what to look for. What am I looking for? Well, in actuality, it would have taken like 3 to 5 minutes. I'm surprised they were that far away. You know, surely they can assign one employee to Grayson's. I'm shocked that they're 3 to 5 minutes away. As we know, 3 to 5 minutes is a lot of fucking time in any sort of situation. In 3 to 5 minutes, a person could be in and out. Like a trained unit. A trained unit. 60 seconds, they would be in that house. They would clear everything, grab the VIP, get the VIP out, throw them at the back of something and be out of there. Within 60 seconds. A trained unit. 60 seconds or less. I'd be willing to put, like, anything on it. Oh, I meant that's how long Armstrong was in the house dealing with Mark. That's true. We could have been watching, like, everything in real time. So for Armstrong, he has the teleporter of him going out. And for him in real time, it's him coming back. So he's not actually keeping track of Mark. He's just like going, pew, 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 pew. And through some relativity of gravity and speed and acceleration, the time is not one-on-one. That would make a lot of sense. Well, that was a mindfuck. Ugh. Anyway, can we go back to Mark growing up? I'm actually interested in Mark now. The little boy's finally become a man. Maybe I'll stop hating him.
He took me here and I killed him. I'm stuck here.
Now you're beginning to realize. See, now your murder boner's gone down, and reality's setting in, and the adrenaline high is gone, and you need a pee and you're hungry.
I'm stuck forever. I can't get home now. I'm gonna die here.
You know what the weird part is going to be? There's going to be another Mark here and another Omni-man here. And they're going to find you.
ANGSTROM LEVY.
But maybe there's one of him in this reality. Or maybe they're all dead.
I kinda won.
And this is the halfway of the episode. Okay, I was saying, how the hell could they beat Season 1? I have to admit that so far they're doing fucking well. And I say that with the swear word as part of the sentence. They're doing fucking well. They're not doing well. They're not doing very well. They are doing fucking well. Kuma, all the other angstroms are dead, and that angstrom was the only one who had powers. Man, I thought it was the end of the episode. They're doing fucking well. They just gave me an emotional roller coaster. We've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes, and we're 25 minutes into this, which means they've given me more than 50 minutes of my brain going on a literal roller coaster from not giving a shit about Mark to being okay with the Viltrumites to literally hating now Angstrom because he did something, also hating Mark for one of his other realities that he did, which also just happens to be Viltrumite Mark. At the beginning of the episodes, I said Viltrum did nothing wrong, sign me up. Now I'm angry at him for killing animals, and also Angstrom for hurting an innocent child, to the point that now I'm siding more with Invincible, which in turn is siding more with humanity. All within 25 minutes. Holy shit. That's heavy. That's heavy, Doc. Doc, that's heavy. Honestly, wasn't expecting them to convince you given your earlier reaction. Why? You think it takes time to convince me? You just need to have a fair point. I'm not unreasonable. You just have to convince me. And they convinced me. Viltrum Mark would slaughter animals. I love animals. Armstrong would hurt an innocent child. I hate that. I now see Mark's reaction as reasonable. He feels the same rage that I feel when other people hurt innocent people. Granted, he feels it for his family, but I feel that way when people hurt animals or innocent people. I feel the same way. I can now empathize with him. I don't empathize with his humanity, but I empathize with his anger. The show has given me a way to empathize with Mark, and I do. I possibly understand him in a way that many of you people cannot. I can understand his anger. I know exactly how it feels. I've been down that road 1,000 times. It's all too familiar to me. And so I can actually empathize with him a little bit. I see him as a little kid, having gone through that road for the very first time, but I know exactly how he's feeling. The real question is where they go from here. Because this is a crossroads. He's been walking down this road with this belief system that he's inherited from his mother and his superhero heroes from his childhood, whatever that dog was. You don't harm people. You know, you don't kill people. You don't use anger. You don't tap into those instincts. You don't go dark side. And he's gone dark side. He's tapped into these instincts. He's become a human. And now he's questioning who and what he is. And he doesn't have his mother there to give him an answer. He has to think of it for himself. The bird's out of the nest. The bird has to figure it out for its fucking self. It can't be babied. So yes, I can empathize with Mark. And I like that. I like that. He's grown. Albeit differently from how I would have expected, but he's grown. Which is something that doesn't happen with a lot of characters in a lot of shows for like 5 seasons. They stagnate and they never learn. Mark's learning. He's thinking. He's going through this. He's making mistakes. He's living the consequences of his actions. But he's not running away. He's accepting them. He accepts the consequences of his actions. He's becoming a man, not a child. He's accepting the repercussions of his decisions. That's what a man does. He doesn't make excuses. He tried to make excuses. But in the end, he accepted it. That's what's important. A lot to unpack. Fuck, this show is good. Fuck, this show is good. Whew. Can I take a little break just to decompress so I can come back? My head is stuffed. Fuck me. Oh yeah, let's see what he looked like. Let's see what he looked like. Nah, it's last episode. Yeah. 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 Have you seen what a human looks like when you put a bullet through their face? Or a shotgun? Pretty much. Pretty much. That's what it looks like. It smells too. Okay, Invincible. I guess we're gonna cut to Nolan now. Welcome to Tuesday in the Slov household.
The council states that in order for a Viltrumite to be executed, he must be whole and intact, worthy to stand and face the end of his life at full strength. But they say nothing of bruises. Return him to his cell.
Yes, General Krieg.
Wait.
Sir, please. I've looked up to you since I was a child.
I could tell that from the mustache and the hairstyle.
Don't make me hurt you.
Looked up to, eh?
I merely wanted to stand. I'll walk out of here on my own. Don't try anything. I accepted my fate long ago. Move, scum! Hey, just cut me some slack. Jeez.
So they're expecting those things to work on a Viltrumite. Yet he overpowered a Viltrumite in the previous episode, and she was shocked that someone could overpower a Viltrumite. Through sheer deductive reasoning, those shackles aren't strong enough.
Holy crap. My plan worked.
That was funny. The intrusive thoughts are winning. If you look closely, Mark, Debbie, and Nolan now have a black eye on the same spot. I'm sorry, I love that. What?
Anything. I accepted my fate long ago.
Whew.
Move, scum! Hey, just cut me some slack. Jeez. Holy crap. My plan worked. What? Remember me? Yes. Why are you here? Face front, you nobin. For you, man. I'm here for you. Talk soon.
Nolan's just going like, what the fuck? Tomo. Dachi? Well, go find the
As
Viltrums.
far as the eye can see, nothing.
What if he regenerates? Nah, that's not gonna work. His brain's fucked.
You've really done it this time, Mark Grayson. Just keep on ignoring the fact that you killed someone. That's helping you keep it together.
No! Then you're just gonna have problems and anxiety and hand tremors. You don't deny parts of yourself. You accept them. God, don't run away.
Although I don't think talking to yourself is the best thing right now.
No, talking to yourself, it's fine. It's only a problem when you talk back to yourself. Then you know you've got a fucking problem.
But it's not like you got anyone else to talk to, right? So inside your head, outside your head, what's the difference? There's gotta be a way home. There has to be. Somewhere on this planet. There's gotta be something.
Tap your heels and say there's no place like home.
Maybe something on Angstrom's body. Maybe his body could somehow still...
Nani? Bruh. Did this guy gain weight? You're looking a lot more chunky than I remember you. Right, he grew up, so his costume needed to be bigger. Huh. Hey there, Discount Thor. You know, up until now, I disregarded these characters as just throwaway, and what's their function in an anime about a guy that's literally Superman, to the point that I didn't even consider that they might exist or be able to engineer a portal device. And I'm pretty sure the show knows that, which is why they gave us long enough to ponder how fucked Mark is before providing the solution to the problem. Very clever. Male Viltrumites are known for their moustaches, as practically every male member of the race seems to have one. According to Robert Kirkman in an Honest Trailers video of Invincible, he admitted the moustaches were there because his father had a full-grown moustache. And fun fact, the philtrum is the area between the upper lip and nose. Viltrum is a play on the word. Philtrum is the area between the upper lip and... That has a name? That is a name? Wow. That's nuts. Yeah, same as this bit of skin on the elbow. This little shit has a name? I just call it stretchy skin. And the webbing between fingers. Like this little shit? Humans, man. Fucking humans. Why is everyone buff plus fat? When people grow old, they let themselves go. Yep, and in other words, Viltrums have moustaches because the creator thought moustache equals dad. Freud strikes again.
Whoa.
Mark. You look terrible.
You know what's fucked? The Mark in her reality is a murderer, yet she sees this Mark, who in her memory is like Mark before he went dark side with his father. And so she's just got this whole flood of like, I've just spent the last X amount of years regretting not stopping you when I had the chance while you were good, and here you are all of a sudden good.
Eve, is that you?
Wait, so you fixed his clothes but not his black eye? What the hell?
Yes, just not the me you know. Not anymore, at least.
So you cut your hair and you hate men now?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
She hates men, Mark.
I did something horrible.
And now she hates men as a result.
We know. The only logical reason for you to be stuck in this dimension would be if you injured or killed ANGSTROM LEVY during your fight.
Yeah. And why the hell does that hammer have that little tiny stick as a handle? What is that tiny stick made out of? Like, seriously. Either that or the hammer's made of foam.
We knew this long ago.
It just happened.
Maybe for you. For us, it was 20 years ago.
Eh?
It took us that long to find this dimension. Luckily, by that time, there were 4 working time machines in Guardian custody.
Whoa. When you say it took you guys 40 years, are you guys from our reality? So 40 years has passed? Or you guys from another reality? See, this is what happens when you start going cross reality. Everything gets fucked. 20 years. Oh, shit.
The world we come from, the world where you've been missing all these years, it's...
Bruh. Fuck. I was like, how are you gonna make this episode better than season 1? And like 25 minutes into it, they give me, I don't know what it's called, but like a crisis of conscience or something, right? And now they're like, you know what? It's been 20 years, motherfucker. Shit. But they can also be like Alan the Alien and Omni-man are on a ship that is moving at the speed of light. Hear me out here. They're on a ship that's moving at the speed of light. Due to that, the time dilation of them being on the ship relative to the planet means that they are not experiencing time the same way as the people on the planet. So they could still be where they just were, present time, while these people are 20 years in the future, and it would make scientific sense. Anyway, I'm not going to read any more comments. I'm just going to enjoy it. I don't want explanations. I don't want people destroying my enjoyment of something that was just introduced by explaining it before the show does. So I'm not reading any more comments.
not good.
We've already said too much. Any more and we could disrupt the time stream. Mark, I'm opening a portal that will send you home.
Wait, so now you can travel through time? No, you can't do that. That's bullshit.
Oh, thanks.
So they're not even saving their reality. They're saving someone else's reality.
I don't know if I would have survived here.
You did. But you wouldn't like what you had become.
So they're just saving someone else's reality, not even their own. Bruh. Dude. But it is their reality. Yeah? It hasn't been 20 years yet. There are 20 years in the future and came back to send him back. That time has elapsed. Oh, so he was basically on Earth's desert. So we're not in a different planet. We're on their planet, but they're just in the desert. So instead of being on a different reality, we're just in a different time. And now they're fucking with time. So they're going to create time travel in 20 years. Their reality, not their timeline. Okay, fine. So it's not that the real world has gone 20 years into the future. He's just in a reality which is 20 years ahead of Bad Mark. So either all these realities are not running on the same clock, or Angstrom can send you to different points in reality and time. It's both time and different reality. So he can do both time and reality portals. That bastard's OP. They are in the future of his... Okay, fuck. You people are saying two different things. Okay. I'm getting paint. You fuckers are confusing me because people are saying different shit. So we're gonna solve this once and for all with MS Paint. Where the fuck is MS Paint? Okay, MS Paint. We are saying the same. So it's just his reality, 20 years in the future. They are our guardians from 20 years in the future. They came back to save the world we're watching. Armstrong can't do time. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Hakairu, for explaining it in a single post, unlike everyone else that is confusing the fuck out of me by explaining parts of it without the whole thing. Because, you know what? You guys confused the fuck out of me. Thank you. Now I get it. Guys, if you're trying to explain something to someone, explain the whole thing. Don't explain a part of it. Because that little part can be misinterpreted and confuse the fuck out of the person. Just saying. To be fair, it was my third post on the topic. Yeah, but I was reading everyone else's post one at a time, and you guys posting sequentially one after another has other people's posts in between, and if those posts confuse me, then your second post will confuse me as well, which will end up confusing me even more. Which is why I say, if you're going to explain something, please explain it in a single post. That way, from beginning to end, I am going to receive the entire message, rather than receiving multiple messages from multiple people, which in my head go into the same string, which gets jumbled up and confused because people are using different wording to try to explain the same thing, which fucks up my brain. For you guys, it's simple because you're only comprehending your own message. I'm comprehending your message and everyone else's messages at the same time, which ends up becoming this really fucked up stew of all ingredients, and by the end of it, you say, fuck it, it's a goulash. Or a curry. I was trying to make, I don't know, chicken, I ended up making curry. But thank you, eventually we got there. But my god, please, in future, explain it in one post. Otherwise, I'm gonna get fucked. So Guardians went back in time to send Mark back to his reality. Got it. Thank you. It just took them 20 years to do so, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's going back to his reality thanks to the Guardians in a different reality that are helping him travel through time. Done! We accept that as fact. Do not change it. Carrying on. Don't hug him.
I love you, Mark.
God damn it.
I have for a very long time, and when you disappeared, I was devastated.
So she's basically trying to ship him with the old her.
I should have told you.
Congratulations, Mark. You have just murdered a person, broken up with your girlfriend, watched your mother lose her arm, watched an entire blood planet be destroyed, try to be indoctrinated into Viltrum, your father's getting executed, Alan the alien got beat up, and your friend is in love with you. Have fun processing all that.
Eve.
No, don't tell me. Tell her. Tell her you love her. Or tell her you don't love her. Just tell her something.
Holy shit, she is wingmagging for herself.
Tell her something so that she can go on with her life.
Wait, so let me get this straight. She basically did the thing that guys do with girls they like, where they orbit and be their friend, and yet they still have a romantic interest, but never act on it. So she basically became an orbiter. Oh, sorry, I put the wrong screen. So she basically became an orbiter. She basically became a simp. And she regrets it. For orbiting for like 20 years and never acting on it. Wow, Eve. Wow. I'll be honest, I didn't expect that either. This episode is full of surprises.
Now go.
I'm not reading people's explanation. I don't care. Like, I found a conclusion that makes sense and everyone's happy with it. We don't need any more confusion. For all I care, this is a Rick and Morty portal. Rick dropped his portal gun, and he's going back home. It's green, it's fine. He's going back home. These people are from the future in another reality. Who gives a shit? Let's just go. Stop focusing on the minor details. Let's just go. Hello, Jetstream Sam.
I suppose you weren't paying attention when we discussed not damaging the time stream.
No, she just didn't care.
Shut up, Rex.
Yeah, a girl's feelings are more important than the space-time continuum. Don't you know how it works? Plus, she hates men. She's wearing the universal I hate men haircut. Where the fuck is the fire department here? Oh yeah, gas leak. Every time there's destruction of this nature, the fire department has to be called in case there is a gas leak.
Oh god.
Wait, why is Rex in Rudy's suit? That is a good question. Maybe he became Rudy.
Mark, can you hear me?
I thought the device was destroyed. United States Pentagon. Hey, let's blow up the part of the Pentagon that had those files that explain where $3 trillion went missing back in 2001. Nah. An airplane crashed. Even though in order to crash at that angle, it would literally need to be on the ground. Shut up, conspiracy theorist. How dare you use logic?
She's doing good, and all she's done is ask about you.
Well, she's a mother after all. Not that I have any experience with that. My own mother never actually cared.
What about Oliver? Not a scratch on the kid.
Thank God for that. Poor kid was dangled by his leg. Shit, I was worried he was going to get dislocated or something. I know kids are like virtually indestructible when they're babies, but fuck me. Don't do that to a poor kid. Jesus Christ, man.
I'll give you some time.
Thanks, Cecil. I appreciate everything.
Always.
Did they just have a moment? Why am I receptive to empathy all of a sudden? Dude, the fact that they were actually able to fix that is freaking what the fuck. Wait, if they did fix that, wouldn't they need to, like, in order for that bone... No, but if it's that bone... Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, for a second I was going to say, wouldn't it make more sense that it has to be straight? But given that it's this bone, the positioning doesn't actually matter. It's this bone. Anyway, getting fixed up on the minute details that don't actually matter. Or Rudy took on Rex's name, or Eva's just mixing them up. I don't know. Rudy did take Rex's DNA to get his body after all. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's just keep moving forward, please. We're trying to finish the episode sometime today. It's literally 11:35. At this rate, we're not going to finish the episode today. We're literally going to finish it tomorrow. Literally, I'm not joking. Look, 11:35.
Oh, God. Mom.
I'm okay, Mark.
Hey, look, you got matching injuries.
Is it?
You almost look like a family where the father's an alcoholic. Okay, that was dark.
Is it over? Oh, Mark.
No, don't regress back to being a child. You just grew up. God damn it. Great. He's regressing. He's regressing. And I'm back to hating him. Well, that was quick. We went from hating him to understanding him to hating him again. Are you serious? Yes, he disgusts me. I am actually disgusted. I don't feel hate, I feel disgust. So hugging mums. No. Crying like a baby in his mother's arms so that everything would be okay disgusts me.
If you're looking for some alone time, this isn't the most secluded place in the world, kid.
Kuma, just because you had a bad relationship with your parents doesn't mean Mark needs to. Hey, I turned out fine.
You didn't have a choice. Don't beat yourself up over it.
Cecil! Stani! Triti pičke materine! I'm sorry, but everyone's giving him an out. Stop giving him an out. God damn it.
You're not your dad, Mark.
We know that.
You weren't there. I lost it.
Well, technically speaking, we all become our fathers one way or another, but we can choose which elements we act on and which we do not. You lost control, and now you need to learn how to control it. It's not violence that's the problem, but uncontrolled violence. Learn to control violence, and it can be used for anything. Uncontrolled violence is destructive. You can make it constructive. Exhibit A, Viltrum is attacking Earth. You now have the ability to kill Viltrumites, what you lacked last time. Use it as a weapon. I'm not telling you to point it at innocent people. I'm just saying to learn how to use it. And you, Cecil, shouldn't be bloody trying to put out this fire, but rather controlling it. The boy is a primate that just discovered fire. Don't put it out.
I just lost it. I crossed the line, Cecil, and I...
Cecil, don't fuck this up.
You didn't cross the line. You kept your mom and your brother safe. End of story.
I don't know, Cecil,
Stop. Mark, look at me.
He's hijacking the thought train. He's giving him a rationalization. You did it for the right reasons. Okay, you know what you're creating? A subordinate. You're creating someone that's emotionally dependent on you. Because in your time of crisis, who debriefed you and made everything okay? Cecil. That's why they debrief soldiers after missions. Everything's going to be okay. Here's your reason. Here's your out. You want to be independent? Rationalize it yourself. Come to terms with reality. Accept it. Learn and move on. Dependence on external entities is dangerous, particularly with someone that's a fucking walking nuclear warhead. You can't be dependent on other people. You need to be a well-rounded individual that can make their own decisions, because if someone else is making the decisions for you, you won't be able to act. Or you might act and then lose your shit like you're doing now. Go through this process in a safe environment while you have the time, rather than going through it in a combat war scenario when you don't have the time. This is what's pissing me off about Cecil and about Mark going to his mother. He's going to other people to rationalize it for him. That's what children do. That's why it ticks me off. He's weak. I agree that Mark should have realized sooner that he needs to go all out to protect what he likes, but how he works these emotions is appropriate. You are not changing with a click of a finger, even if you understood something. True. But going through this exercise, particularly now, is what's going to define him as a person later on. It's all about how you deal with these things. That's what creates who you are. And if someone else is the person molding you, you are either going to become them or become what they want you to become. You're not building yourself. They're building you. That's okay for children, adolescents that are still physically forming. You have parents and guardians in order to nurture their growth a certain way. But he's an adult at this point. He should know better. Kuma, again, Mark has a good relationship with people. He needs people to help him deal with the fact that he took a human life. I would agree with you if he was like 25, 30 years old. He's actually an adult. He's in college. Fine. I will rationalize it as me putting my personal experience on someone a little less experienced, who hasn't had to grow up as quickly. And in this way, I can empathize with Nolan last season when he was pissed off with Mark being a child. 18, 19 years old is almost childlike. Fine. Fine. I'll rationalize it that way. Children can be 20 years old. Fine. I'd argue there's some 30-year-olds that are still children. Fine. We'll accept it. He's still a child. I'll treat him like a 7-year-old. He went to see his mother because she was in hospital and started crying because he went through a highly emotional and possibly traumatic event. He did not go to Cecil. Cecil went to him, and Mark isn't actually accepting what he says at have face value anyhow. I sure hope to God he's not.
If the bad guys are dead and the good guys are alive, that's a good day.
Yes. Until you become the bad guy. Careful what weapons you use. Fire doesn't cleanse, it blackens.
How do you know the difference?
Good question.
All the bad guys are usually ones who break people's arms.
What if he's a rapist and I break his arm? Am I the bad guy? What if he's got a knife? Am I the bad guy?
Go home. Get some rest. You're not him.
You weren't there.
Thank God he rejected a little bit of what Cecil said. Is that peanut butter and jelly? I've never actually had peanut butter and jelly. I love peanut butter and milk, but I've never had peanut butter and jelly. Can you even just buy jelly in Australia? I've never actually seen jelly on the shelf. I've seen the ingredients to mix jelly, but I've never just seen jelly in a jar. Is that something Americans literally have? Jellies in jars? What kind of jelly? Fuck, I know. Whatever that is.
Need any help?
Peanut butter and grape jam is the best. I never tried that. I've got jam in the fridge. Well, I know what I'm having for dinner. I haven't eaten anything all day, by the way, but like... Great. Hutchon is gone for 24 hours. I have already gone to the gym, not done the dishes, not done the washing, the house is a mess, and I haven't eaten. Holy shit. Oh yeah, and I'm doing a live stream past midnight. She's gone 24 hours and I've gone back to my old ways.
Making a sandwich?
Well, that is sexist. You're setting women back 200 years. Stop it.
I'm sorry, I was just... Can we talk?
Make it fast. My bread's getting soggy.
Amanda, I'm still learning to navigate the world of in-person interactions.
Well, it shows.
And for that, I apologize. But your transformations are a problem.
Oh. I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but I would actually want to help him. I would actually want to sit him down and explain that this is not the way you talk to a girl. I just want to help him. I just want to point out, I don't want to give him the solution to the problem. I just want to reframe his thinking from, I'm looking at this rationally, to, it's not about the thing, it's about how she feels about the thing. That's all I want to do. I'm not going to give him the answer. I'm not going to give him the solution. I'm just going to say, maybe you should look at it from this perspective and try. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. That's all. That's it. That's it. Nothing. I'm not going to tell him what to say. I'm just going to point out to stop focusing on the thing and start focusing about how she might feel about the thing. Because chances are she knows that the thing is a problem. Just putting it out there. Just fucking putting it out there.
You've expressed that yourself.
So you're aware of it! I'm sorry, I was an idiot too. I am still an idiot. It took me a while to work this out. But at the same time, I just want to help the kid, and Hutchins responding to a call. Can I have 2 minutes, please? It's like midnight, and she might have just had a PTSD attack because of Thingo. Please, a quick little break. I'm really sorry. But like, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Sorry about that, guys. Hutchon called. Hutchon, for those of you who don't know, we talked about at the beginning of the stream, because the earthquakes in Japan when we were there, we were in the red zone of the earthquakes, where like shit was literally shaking. She's got a bit of PTSD from that, and because she was a little freaked out from the flight, because whenever something shakes, whenever wind gusts hit the windows, she gets hit with a bit of PTSD. She fell asleep and she had a nightmare. And so in the nightmare, it was the earthquake, but she couldn't find me. And because during that situation, I was there with her, she's basically like, go with Kuma and you're fine. But in her nightmare, I wasn't there and she didn't know what to do. So she basically woke up all panicked, like fucked. And so she basically called, so, you know. And then Cheeky heard her voice and Cheeky's like, Mommy's not here. So she's like super affectionate now. Like, where's Mommy? You know? So like, Cheeky's been through this a few times. She knows when Mommy's not here, it's fine. Hachun, when Cheeky was a little puppy, and Hachun came here on the visit, Cheeky was like 3-4 months old, and Cheeky was falling asleep on Hachun's lap. And so Hachun was scared that Cheeky will forget who she is, because Hachun was away for 2 years. And every time I talked with Hachun on speaker, Cheeky would come. And sometimes Cheeky would sit down under where I had like a photo of Hachun, and she would bark at the photo. And then I would put the photo down, and Cheeky would just stare at the photo. And I told Hachun that Cheeky wouldn't forget who she is. Cheeky really likes Hachun. I think like Cheeky's got mummy issues because she was like separated from her mummy at a young age. And so Cheeky, I think, just looks at Hachun as her mummy now. So like Cheeky's without her mummy right now. They're inseparable. Like when Hachun's home, Cheeky's always following her around. So now she's just stuck with me. I'm unfortunately the one that trains Cheeky, dishes out discipline and all that sort of stuff. So in the pack that is the household, I'm the alpha here. And so she listens to me without question, but she likes Hachun more. I'm the bad guy. I'm the guy that says no. I'm the guy that trains her. So she's missing Hachun. So she's a mommy's girl. She is. This little... But yeah, Hachun had a nightmare. She's gonna need to accept. See, like, look, I had like 5 minutes ago, I had that whole rant about how it needs to stop being emotionally dependent on other people. Case in point, Hachun being dependent at times of what's it called? Emergency on me. I mean, like, totally fine. If it's a time of emergency and I'm there, like 100%, that's my place. But she's scared because I'm not there. And if she can't at least mentally feel confident enough in herself that she can handle a situation without me being there, she's going to have that trauma till she dies. That's how you get over trauma. You face it, you pull it apart, and you rationally dismantle it that it no longer affects you because you know you can handle it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to want to go through it, but it's that fear and anxiety which cripples you. You have to get over that. Like, it sucks. But if you don't, it's at the back of your mind. And you might not like it, but it's going to appear. When something goes wrong or something shakes or nightmare, it just appears. That's why I got over my traumas by basically killing everything that I was afraid of, one step at a time. And you, Cheeky, you are a mama's girl. What, 5 minutes ago you were independent, sleeping on your bed. Now you want to be in my arms because you miss mommy. She's a little fucking baby. Look at her. She doesn't want to leave. Come on, you gotta be a little independent, Cheeky. You're a big girl. You're 7 years old. You're technically a grandma. Like, you're supposed to be more mature than me. Come on, go in your own bed. Come on. Come on, come on. Be a big girl. I spoil her. If she was a male dog, I would tell her to harden the fuck up. But because she's a little female, sexism is fucked. Sexism is fucked. We treat princesses like princesses, and we treat boys like shit. Typical Slavic household. I prefer soft bread when eating peanut butter and jelly or other sandwiches, though grilled ham and cheese is pretty good. Grilled ham and cheese is my favorite. Never had PJ&J. I recommend toasting the sandwich on a frying pan like a grilled cheese sandwich. The jam and peanut butter melts so good, and the bread is nice and toasted. See, I've never actually done it that way on a pan. I've always put it in a toaster so the bread is warm, and then I put the peanut butter on the warm toast. And because it's warm, it melts the peanut butter, and then the peanut butter starts like going into the cracks of the bread because it's warm. And so it just like drips into the bread itself. And then you bite it, but because the bread's warm or hard, you need a little bit of liquid, and you have some milk, and it's just like, oh my God. Like, fucking amazing. But I will have to give that a shot. I will have to give it a shot, because I've been making, Hutchin really likes McDonald's bacon egg McMuffins, and they put sugar in their bread, which is so bad, and a lot of preservatives. So I started making them at home, and so I melt the cheese. Like, what I do is actually put the cheese on the pan itself, and then I put the bread on top of it, so the melted cheese goes on the bread, and the bread's already heated. So like the melted cheese is on the bread, you put the bacon, you put the egg, you put a little bit of tomato sauce, and you got yourself a healthy version of a bacon egg McMuffin without the preservatives, you know, because that stuff's not good for you. I'll have to give that a shot. I might give that a shot tomorrow. I don't have any bread. I never keep bread in the house. I don't want to eat, like, white carbs. I don't eat bread. Like, Hutchin's away, there's, like, no carbs in this house. No carbs. None. There's protein. And maybe some vegetables, but no carbs. No, like, bread, rice, nothing. But yeah, trauma's a bitch. God damn it. Maybe I am getting soft. Yep, my real life is like a TV show for people. I don't even want to fathom what you people think of me. I'm so harsh on Mark, and then I'm cuddling Cheeky. It's because she's a girl. It's so bad. Like, we've got Oscar downstairs that has separation anxiety, and I baby him a little bit, but I also kind of sometimes tell him, come on, you know I'm here. You just want me to be next to you. You're not scared that there's no one here. You just kind of prefer having someone there with you. You know what I mean? Like, you got to harden up a little bit. And that's Oscar. Meanwhile, and Oscar like almost starved to death. Whereas Cheeky's like, Mommy's gone. And I'm like, oh, Cheeky. Like, the double standards, man. Cute dogs get it better, and female dogs get it better. If you're a cute dog, you're well off. If you're like a non-cute dog, like, you don't get as many cuddles. The world is so unfair. I spoil Oscar a little bit too, but like, anyways, like, whatever. Can we go back to the show before I keep embarrassing myself? Okay, back to you. I get it. 'Cause I was this kid, alright? I get it. But please get it. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you succeed. I want you to succeed. I know she likes you. I know you like her. I just, please realize the mistake. Please. With your fucking scientific, analytical mind, you were trying the same shit different ways and getting the same results. What's the commonality here? Come on! I know you could do this on your whiteboard, you big brain motherfucker. Approach the problem from a different angle, please. You mastered fucking intergalactic space transportation in 20 years. You can decipher how to talk to a girl. Come on. It's not fucking rocket science. Rocket science is easier. But anyway, please just get it. Or can she please tell him? Can she tell him? Ladies, please, if guys are being idiots, it's not because they're assholes. It's because they don't get it. Sometimes throw the kid a bone, maybe. Maybe stop complaining that guys don't understand you and help guys understand you. Maybe the world would be a lot less fucked up, wouldn't it? Huh? Have you ever considered that? Maybe. I don't know, just putting it out there. Takes two to tango. Just putting it out there. Save us a lot of trouble.
And I fix problems.
I know! But you gotta stop. Ah! I'm sorry.
It's what I'm good at.
It's not about you! Fuck. I'm sorry.
It's who I am.
It's not.
I care for you. So I wanted to fix your problem. I'm sorry if along the way I became a problem myself.
As apologies go, that's not a bad one.
Okay, she's understanding. You're lucky in that regard. Most girls are a lot less understanding. And I just realized she looks like Diva with that haircut. She's basically Diva because she's a goblin robot. What the fuck?
Okay, I get it. I get that fixing stuff is your thing, and I get that you want to help. Just talk to me first, like a person. Not a broken gadget or computer or whatever. And not just about what's wrong with me. Most days I'd rather talk about literally anything else.
Holy fuck, an actual girl that gives a guy a bone.
I think I understand.
But hey, if you do figure out how to stop me from getting younger, I'd appreciate it.
Understood. So, you want me to talk about other stuff as well?
Yeah, you weirdo. Like maybe ask me out on another date sometime.
Oh,
This is literally the best girl ever.
would you like to?
Yes.
Ladies, is it so hard? Do that. Do that. I love that I was absolutely losing my shit and this show is like, we get it. Here you go. This show is amazing. This show is literally putting me on emotional roller coasters and then 5 seconds later just letting me off the roller coaster and then putting me on another roller coaster with another character. All in the same episode. In terms of finales, this show is amazing at doing finales. I'm just saying. Why couldn't she be cloned into an older body through the Might Need the Molar twins? Because she wouldn't be transferring her consciousness. It wouldn't be her. I mean, to be fair, a lot of men are bad. I am one of those men. But I would just like to point out that a lot less men would be bad if women, instead of saying, you're bad at this, would actually also say why you're bad at this. Just saying. Wait. Sword. Batman looking motherfucker. And a golden chalice. That's not what I think it is it? That can't be the Holy Grail. A top hat? Did you drink from the Holy Grail? You're a Templar. Was he a Templar? Remember, Immortal was Lincoln. Yeah, we all know Lincoln was a Freemason. But he's a caveman. I thought he was a Templar Knight. Holy Grail. Supposedly they discovered that in King Solomon's temple. When they excavated it in Constantinople. I mean, he was a Neanderthal. He could have been a Templar. I mean, fair point. But he was an immortal before he got the Holy Grail. He was at one point. Sorry, I'm nerding out here for a minute. I think he may have been King Arthur. From the flashback in Season 1, he was like a caveman who touched some kind of energy that gave him powers. Kuma, the Holy Grail is more than just the gold chalice. Well, it wouldn't be a gold chalice. It would have been a normal cup, given that they were eating in a normal place at that time. He was Lancelot. Bruh. Guys, remember what I said 20 seconds ago about roller coasters? Fuck! Go easy here! I'm still like trying to process what happened with the other two people. Fuck me. Her powers came from a curse. There's no guarantee her powers would transfer, and the Maulers only make copies that copy into the clone body, so the problem wouldn't fix for the original. Yeah, basically, yeah. Wow. Yeah, the Immortal has had a fun jaunt through history in his long life. You know, say what you will, but immortality is a curse. All his comrades, all his brothers, all his lovers would have died. Any children that he sired would have grown old. He would have watched them die. Their children die. Their great-grandchildren die. It is a curse. It is incredibly lonely. Any connection that you create is only temporary. And for the thousands of years that he has lived, a human lifetime is now less and less. You know how as you get older, and now I'm sounding really old, but the older you are, the quicker time passes from your perception because your frame of reference is broader. For him, a human lifetime would be like a week for us. A week. A week. Probably less. What will Immortal have after 500 years? Nothing. And he just lost someone that he had a connection with. This is a broken man. Even killing him doesn't work, because sticking his head back on brings him back. Really? So that's how he came back. I feel bad for him. I can't even comprehend the amount of pain he is carrying. He's got like... You know how they used to have those big circle heavy weights that are shackled to someone's legs so they can't run away? I don't know how heavy that fucking thing is. And here's the thing. He would have probably tried to kill himself many times. He's watched humans fuck up time and time again. Poor guy. I got nothing. I believe Immortal was originally a Celtic warrior. It's possible he was Christopher Columbus as well, or an explorer in the same time period. At some point, he fought in the American Revolution, became President of the United States by taking the allies of Abraham Lincoln, fought as a soldier in World War I, and became a superhero in the 1930s. He has lived to see all of the greatest empires rise and fall, the same in the last. Omni-man did kill him, but he can be brought together if people fix his body. Here's the real question. Did he want to be brought together? No one ever asks him. How much you want to bet Cecil has brought him back, even when he didn't want to be brought back? Doc, that's heavy. Nope, he always wanted to be brought back? What, does he believe that suicide is a, like, unforgivable sin or something? Or is it like one of the vows that he made? Yeah. Oh no, trauma.
I'm sorry. I never told you.
Oh no, here comes trauma.
I never told anyone. I always kept hidden. And lived through a copy. Just in case.
Wait, you're still alive? Oh, then it's fine then. You see, here's the thing. And this is what I've learned. A girl will think that lying to the guy that she's a copy would be the worst thing you can do because you lied to someone. But a guy would just be happy that you're alive.
I was so tired of dying. I was gonna walk away. Become someone else. But I couldn't. Because of you.
Wait, so like everything's fine? Well, this completely changes the situation, doesn't it? Why does his room look like everything is Lego blocks? The more I look at things, the more jagged and square they are. Even the fucking jar. Look at this jar. Look at this vase. Look at this fucking chair. This makes no sense.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
It's okay.
See what I mean? A guy doesn't care that you lied. A girl would care though. What do you mean you had a copy you didn't tell me about? Do you not see that I am alive? Yeah, but you lied to me. But I died for you. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you lied to me. So you would prefer that I'm dead as long as I didn't lie to you instead of being alive because I did. Yes. Don't twist my words. Women, man, I'm gonna fucking die one day.
Everything's okay.
I want to know who created clothes that track the clone number. I don't know. What is this, Breaking Bad?
Finally.
What's that tattoo? A scarab. Sun. Scarabs were used to punish people who were buried alive so they could be eaten alive. Sun representing Ra. But Set also steals the sun at night. So do you worship Ra or Set? Sorry, I'm just geeking out here. Oh, you gave me a close-up. Well, not necessary, but anyway. So now you're gonna grab the pick and hit her over the back of the head so you leave no witnesses?
You got this?
You British?
I can lift a truck. Well, you know, a small one, at least. Who'd you get your powers from, anyway? Grandma, on my mom's side. Yeah, not a lot of opportunity back then for women like us if you weren't willing to wear a bathing suit 24/7.
Did you just take a stab at the boys? I would be more worried about the lack of oxygen supply, because if you're in a sealed tomb or pyramid, the level of oxygen that you have at your disposal might not be enough. Wonder Woman, I think? Maybe. Who cares? Remember in the first season? I am not gonna lie, I don't remember shit. I have no idea what's going on here.
Come on, we'll find another way out.
Really? I hope you brought water. If they run out of water, are they going to play children's card game to see who gets the remainder of it? Well, clearly this guy lost the children's card game.
Is that him?
Your father? Your grandfather? You're that little girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! The way she keeps looking at her, I feel like she's gonna kill her.
Oh, Dad.
Wait, isn't that Adam Eve's power? Wait, where exactly did you get the genetic blueprint for Adam Eve? And don't tell me Egypt. Oh shit, it's Adam Eve, but with no limitations. Oh fuck.
Who will succumb to my influence?
Either this is becoming an episode of JoJo, or Tutankhamun wasn't as inbred as we were led to believe.
Bow to God!
Who the hell is Kahor?
Wait. You're both female.
Hey, I'm the sexist here, not you.
And?
I must inhabit a living male host to escape the curse of this tomb.
Then what the hell happened with this guy?
That's sexist.
That's my job. Wait, did you just assume their gender based on their physical appearance? This show is getting cancelled. Wait, did she just fly out of the tomb? Wait, she could have flown out of the tomb at any time? Then why did she just... Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I'm strong enough, and I can do this. It's all I ever wanted for as long as I can remember. I want to do what you do. I want to be just like you.
Oh, right.
You will be, son. You will. You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant being on this planet. You'll live to see this world crumble to dust and blow away. Everyone and everything you know will be gone.
See, that's a problem. You're trying to convey an emotional feeling using words to someone that's barely 20 years old. Good luck with that. Wait, but didn't I just judge him for the very same thing? Fuck. Fuck.
You know who else said that to me?
I'm not my dad. I'm not my dad.
And the way that he conveys pain in his voice when he says, "I'm not my dad," that is just fucking amazing method acting. Listen to it. Listen to the way that he conveys pain.
You know who else said that
Now.
to me?
I'm not my dad.
Did you hear that? The voice broke a little bit. Listen again.
You know who else said that to me?
I'm not my dad.
The voice broke for a minute. He's saying it, but he's not confident. That is so fucking subtle. But it nailed it. Fucking hell. I didn't even notice it the first time. Same way I didn't notice Omni-man was crying the first time, but you get my point. Would those women rather have been possessed by the spirit? I mean, that's not how women think. The women are upset about the spirit being sexist, not the fact that it was a body snatcher from Egypt. I don't know, man. Women are weird. I'd just be happy that I wasn't possessed by a zombie from a sarcophagus that's a mummy. I mean, I don't know. I'm weird that way. Men usually are. Men are very simple creatures. Women are a lot more complicated.
I'm not my dad.
How many fucking barriers is he breaking? He's now fucking breaking the light barrier.
Your father will be executed, and you will return to Earth. You will assume his mission and prepare the planet for our rule.
But here's the thing. Mark now understands his violence. He's used it. It's not some foreign thing. He's tasted it. He's felt it. he's channeled it. If he can channel it again toward an enemy, he can do what he needs to do to save his father. If he wants to. You see what I mean about confronting your trauma? And if you don't, there will be moments when it starts leaking out. That's what I'm talking about. Mark, I don't want to be that guy, but if you fall from that height at that speed into the ground, you will leave a crater, killing everyone around where you landed. Just putting it out there. Mark, let her go. Let her go. Good. He learned that sometimes the best thing for the other person is for you not to be there. That is incredibly mature and caring of you, Mark. I respect that. Our boy's growing in front of our very eyes. That's not how you paint! Did you just fucking start in the middle of a stroke? Do you know how... Sorry, I had to paint this house. I had to learn how to paint. It was incredibly annoying to learn how to paint and feather so you don't leave streaks. And this motherfucker's like, I'm gonna start in the middle of a streak. I can understand if he was some kid that never painted in his life, but this motherfucker's being paid to do this. And why are you wearing hearing protection for a fucking nail gun? It's not that loud. You're wearing hearing protection for a paint job. You're wearing hearing protection for a fucking paint job. You're wearing fucking shin pads for a paint... Your shin pads aren't even on your shin. Fucking... Look where it is. It's not here. It fucking fuck. How the fuck... And they're literally the same person too. Fucking fuck me. I... Do yourselves a favor and burn the house down for insurance.
Gas leak blew up the house across the street last year. Now your place?
Yeah, crazy how that shit happens, doesn't it? Them gas leaks, huh? Wait till you get the gas bill.
Oh, man.
Hey guys, you want an unethical life hack? If you want them to check your gas line or your gas meter, they usually have a call-out fee. Just say that you smell gas. They'll come for free. They can't ignore it. You're welcome.
I gotta get my place checked out. Yikes.
Yeah. Can never be too safe.
You're welcome, because if they ignore it and something happens, they're liable. And on top of that, it's negligence, because it's gas, which is highly flammable. They'll never ignore it. Just say you smell gas and describe it's in the area close to where the gas meter is. They'll be there.
Good to be home, right, Oliver?
I never understood the whole thing with paintings. I've got one, the fox. And I just look at that fox whenever I'm feeling a bit annoyed. Be like the fox. That's hardly unethical. They're just probably illegal to knowingly lie about it, but it's hardly unethical. Isn't that technically what unethical is? I'm not being ethical in my practice. Kuma, those are pressed flowers, I think. But that rose petal is the size of someone's head. They even got brand new ducks. Straight from the IKEA fucking catalog. Is there nothing unique about your home? Or did you just buy out the entire IKEA suite? I'm just saying. That's pretty shallow. That your whole house can just be replaced. There's nothing of actual irreplaceable value. Apart from the occupants.
April, can you get Oliver ready for bed?
Of course. Come on, buddy. Let's go brush those teeth.
Do yourself a favor. Change the environment. Get out of what's familiar. It's a new chapter in your life. Therapy. Move on. Burn the house down. That is a trip hazard in between your wood and your tiles with that separator. If you're not wearing shoes, you're going to get your toes caught on that thing. You're supposed to make it flush. It's not supposed to have the... Anyway, what the fuck do I know about building?
Mom, you okay?
What? Oh, I'll be fine. We should get dinner going.
When people say I'll be fine, they're not going to be fine.
You've got class tomorrow.
Who the fuck puts a power outlet in a corner like that next to a door? Who's going to put anything with power in that fucking corner?
Right?
Who designed this place? This house is giving me a headache. Lava lamp? Lava lamp? At the entrance of a house? The government, I think. Well, that explains a lot. A charger or a modem? Put it under the stairs, bro.
Mark? I was coming to say goodnight, but you're not going to be sleeping anytime soon, I see.
Sorry. Got a lot on my mind.
Same. Things are going to be different now, aren't they? I was starting to feel like we were getting close to some version of normal. But now...
Am I the only one that's hearing the song from Assassination Classroom when I see the moon?
I'm quitting college.
Mark,
It doesn't make sense. I'm missing all my classes, and the more I think about it, what's the point?
How about the fact that there's Viltrums coming on the way and you can always re-sign up for college next year? I am sure once you protect the world from a global invasion, Cecil would be more than happy to pull some government strings to get you back into some fucking college. I'm just saying.
Gonna be a dentist?
You don't want to be a dentist. They have the highest suicide rate out of every profession.
A lawyer? A coder?
You don't want to be a lawyer. You're going to have to sell your soul, and you don't want to be a coder because... Well, I've got no excuse. I just quit after one bad experience.
Why would I do any of that?
I know things have been tough, but this is your future you're talking about. You can't just quit college.
With everything I can do, tell me why I need to go to college.
Because it makes your mommy proud if you get straight A's?
College does a lot more than just prepare you for a job. Mark?
I can't. I just can't.
Is it Amber? It's Amber.
The things I can do. too much. I can't do it. I have to get better. I have to learn how to control myself. It's important. It's the most important thing I can do.
He's making a decision.
I have to get better. I have to be better. Do you understand?
Mark,
Do you?
I do. I really do.
He's making a decision. He's not doing what Cecil wants or what his mother wants. He's doing what he wants. What he feels is right. For better or for worse, he's making a decision. Good boy. A Roomba charging station that you accidentally step on. Oh. Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh my god, Mark!
This is gonna be interesting. I wonder what our boy will choose. Remember, Mark, this is not Persona. You can't just date every girl. I mean, you can, but like...
Cecil told us all about what happened with that psychopath. Is your mom okay?
She's okay. She's a lot stronger than she looks.
He technically wasn't a psychopath, but I get what you're getting at.
Yeah, I bet. How are you, though?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Good response.
Yeah, sure. But you know I'm always here for you. If you ever need a shoulder, I've got two.
I can see how you got friend-zoned.
Yeah. I know.
That's literally what guys say. You better be telling the truth, because you do realize if you're just doing this based on what the other girl said without actually feeling anything, you're only going to hurt her more. You got to be careful here, Mark. You can hurt her a lot. You can mess her up. You can mess her up so much that she hates men. Be careful, Mark. Be careful.
There's something else I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
You can't chicken out now.
It's nothing. I'm sorry.
No! 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 Bad boy! Bad boy! Fucking digest those butterflies, accept the anxiety, and be a man. Look at the girl and talk to her.
Sure.
You can't do that!
I'm sorry, Mark. It's not fair. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this.
Look, this is gonna really suck, and you can approach this situation from as logical point of view as you want and come in with a game plan, but that game plan isn't gonna do jack shit when your mind is racing. It's not gonna work. But at the same time, you also can't fuck it up. You have to know what you want to say. And if you don't know what you want to say, you better not say anything. Because, like, you know what I mean? It isn't fair. Especially for a girl like Eve. She's been nothing but good to you. Nothing but good to you. You can't hurt this girl. You gotta be honest with her. You can't, you know what I mean? You gotta be very careful. It's not fair. Especially considering that you know Even though in the future it's like 20 years, she still appreciates you. You can't be an asshole. I know it's ironic that I'm saying this, but like... Careful, Mark. Oh, god damn it. Okay, oh, fuck. I'd argue this was better than Season 1's ending. I mean, don't blame the character, blame the writers that love these tropes. Not even the trope. As long as it makes sense in the character arc, it's perfectly fine. I also think it's been only a few days since Amber and everything, so it's understandable why Mark doesn't give an answer, since picture breaking up with someone, and then literally a week later trying to go for someone else. It's going to be a bit rough for him after everything he's gone through. Yeah, it would be impossible, but I would say add on that the fact that you had to fight a guy that tried to kill your mother and your stepbrother, and you got ported through time. Then you're also having to deal with the psychological repercussions of murdering a person. Yes, you murdered them, you didn't just kill them. And then on top of that, you also have to deal with the fact that you're beginning to understand your father's point of view, which is something that you've been denying and suppressing since the fight you had with your father. He's going through a lot of shit. A lot more than just breaking up with a girl. Don't get me wrong, that would also mess you up. But I'd say that, along with everything that I just mentioned, will fuck you up 100 times more. Half-brother. Then what's a stepbrother? Oh, right, a stepbrother is if they're from another marriage that's not blood-related to you. Right, okay. Gotcha. Fuck, I never realized that. Wait, those were the credits? World's shortest credits. These guys look like the Turians from Mass Effect, don't they? They're military, they're like bluish purple, and they like rifles. And see? Turians. Where's Garrus when you need him?
Hey. Yo. Nolan. You there? I'm here, alien.
No. His name is Alan.
Come on, man. It's Al.
How much you want to bet that these guys eat nothing but meth? Look at him. Look at him. He doesn't blink. He's like... They eat nothing but meth.
Oh, come on, man. It's Alan.
They don't even have eyelids.
Don't be like that. I heard about what you did on Thraxa.
He fucked the bug.
We are on the same side now.
Wait, you also fuck bugs?
No, we're not. You turned against the Empire. Mark told me all about it. You saw Mark? Yes, on Earth. I came to enlist him in the Coalition's fight against your old pals. But it seems you beat me to it. Leave him out of this. This isn't his fight. Let the boy have a moment of peace.
Really? You want to give your son a moment of peace before he becomes a lamb to the slaughter instead of turning him into a man? But then again, you did try to turn him into a man and then you realized that he can't kill. Which I completely agree. Getting someone to that point of being able to kill is extremely difficult. But let's be real here. Our good friend with the big brain did that for you.
Let me pay for what I did. Yeah, don't worry. That's gonna happen. I've heard the chatter in here. They're gonna execute you, bro. They are, yes. Most people would be more worried about that. I'm not a Viltrumite anymore. Not really. I feel shame and regret for my actions. I see the suffering of lesser beings, and it upsets me deeply.
How do you feel about animals? The wording he used is how I did... Oh, God.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Holy shit, he's become human.
What I did on Earth, the pain and destruction I caused was immeasurable. What I did to those people, what I did to my son.
So we've gone from that episode where he's on a date with his wife in Paris. There's a giant dragon thing killing people. He doesn't give two flying fucks, to him actually feeling bad about the lives that he's taken. Shit. He's basically me after playing Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, and your people are doing that on 1,000 different
Oh, no, you don't. Death is the easy way out, motherfucker. You gotta pay for your sins. You can't just die. No. That's not how accountability works, motherfucker. You can't just jump off a building and all is forgiven. That's why suicide is an unforgivable sin. You don't get your way out of this. You gotta die trying to fix it. That's how repentance works, motherfucker.
Oh, God. And yet... What? What is it? I think... I miss my wife.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Which one? Imagine he misses the bug one. Imagine he misses the bug one. Andress is likely dead by now. That's not the point. It'd be funny if he misses the bug one. She asked less questions and did more of that thing he likes. Your comment wins. You win. You win. You win. Which one? Yahi guy, you win. You win. Oh. Oh, that was good. I needed that. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. I will now always associate you with this moment. You're a funny motherfucker. I like you. It's perfect that they have no audio for the credits. Look, I'm rewording the same thing, but this episode was an emotional roller coaster, as you have seen. For many characters, and I would argue that this is better than the season 1 ending, due to sheer, overwhelming quantity. Season 1 gave us this pinnacle moment between Invincible and Omni-man, which they hyped up the entire season. I understand season 1 is world building. You're building the characters, building their story, building their personality, our understanding of them, planting seeds, giving us investment, all of these other things. But episode 8 of season 1 hit like a truck. I don't think anyone will doubt that. But this episode hit like a truck on multiple characters across multiple story arcs consecutively with next to no pause. That is phenomenal that you can get someone, especially like me, to give a shit about so many characters. Normally, there's characters I care about and characters I don't care about. Somehow, this show has given me investment in all of their characters. I kind of expected our big-brained Angstrom friend to be around for a little bit longer and potentially play a bit of a solution in the Viltrumites by leveraging the different realities to pull resources. And, you know, there's one reality where we have Mark. There's other realities where people have tried to fight, created different weapons. Some found weaknesses, some did not, right? I thought they were going to go with that. That might have been the easy way out, and so they shifted it, and my expectation is flipped on its head, and they killed him, and they used him as a device to progress Mark's character by having him be the sacrificial lamb. Very well played. 100% very well played. And it also added a lot of depth and tension and weight to that first part of the episode. Because that chunk of the episode was a big one, but it was really well done. But holy shit, the rest of the episode is just, my God. My God. Do you think Mark ended up in the right place mentally? No. He's distracted. The threat is the Viltrumites. That is an existential, life or death threat. Even if everything else went his way, with everyone else, and the problem with the Viltrumites does not go his way, everything else would still fall. The existential threat takes priority. More than your relationship with your mother, more than your relationship with Amber, more than your relationship with Eve, more than your relationship with everyone, more than your college, more than your anything. The existential threat is the number one priority, and it is still not at the front of his mind. So I don't think he's in the right place. I think he is a lot closer to being in the right mindset to be capable of fighting. Because last time, he didn't have it in him to go all out. He didn't have it in him to finish the job. He's felt what it's like to kill someone, albeit due to emotion and losing control. But he is realizing that he has the capacity for violence. He has the ability. Now it just comes down to stop being afraid of your own strength and learn to control it. Because if you can't control it, people around you will die. Inaction is also a choice. And by choosing not to act and people dying, it's still on you. It doesn't somehow magically absolve you of the responsibility. If you've got the ability and you choose not to act, you still have the responsibility. You've got the ability. You just got to learn to use it. He mentions this. He needs to be stronger. I think it's hinting at that. Maybe he doesn't know how to go about doing it, because up until this point in his life, he took duct tape and fucking put it around himself. And I agree with Omni-man being absolutely livid about that. Because whatever. And superheroes and all these other... He's still a child. You need a goddamn warrior for this. He's just not it. I personally blame Omni-man for neglecting his upbringing for so long and then try to turn him from zero to hero in 5 minutes. It doesn't work that way. The Spartans, the way they raise their children from the second that they are born, is a schematic for how you breed warriors. Omni-man completely did the polar opposite of completely ignoring his upbringing and letting his mother do it. And this is what you get. I think he's starting to wake up to the grim reality that if he doesn't, no one else can. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I think he's been running away from the reality. I think he's been keeping himself busy from helping reconstruct the bug planet to stop himself from thinking of what's actually going on. His father's impending execution and the inevitability the Viltrum will attack. He's keeping his mind busy. Like any kid, he's trying to keep his mind off the stressful. He doesn't want to think about his homework. And I'm guilty of this too. I procrastinate too. I understand it better than most. I'm a procrastinator, a procrastinator, a procrastinator shopper. I've like cleaned the entire house rather than do the thing that I need to do. I've baked cakes instead of do the thing that I need to do. Right? So I completely understand that. But I'm fucking hopeful that he's waking up to the reality of the situation, that he has to be a hero. Not the way that he wanted, but the way that's required. No, he can't go save grannies and help them cross the road, but he can save the fucking planet. And it's going to involve some self-sacrifice. Is he willing to sacrifice part of himself to be the man that he needs to be to save the planet? That's the real question. Because a hero isn't defined by their abilities, but rather the sacrifices they are willing to make for the good of the whole. You want to be a hero? There you go, kid. Sacrifice yourself for the world. And you could probably save your dad. So no, he's not in the right place, but I hope he's going there. My neck hurts. Because I've been like on the edge of my seat the entire time. I haven't had 5 minutes of sitting back in this chair. The entire time I'm on the edge of my seat. That's how good this show is. The entire time I'm leaning forward. It's that serious. It's like gamer mode enabled. I'm like, you know, the entire time. I'm not relaxed. I'm like hyper focused and wired on what's going on. All true. I just felt he figured that out when he said he's quitting college and needs to learn control. I don't want to set my expectations too high because I've been disappointed before. That could have a little bit to do with me and less about Mark, that I don't expect a lot. Because I'm very quick to write people off. Because you can always find another. In this circumstance, you can't just find another because there's not that many overgrown Viltrum sperms running around on planet Earth. I mean, I kind of hoped that Nolan would have hedged his bets, but obviously he didn't. So more superheroes. The Boys, or we're calling it quits? No, we're going to watch an episode of The Boys, even though it's 1 a.m. Because why not? I want my stream. And then I'm going to pay for it tomorrow. Because that's what it's like to be an adult. You make a decision and you live with it. For better or for worse, that's how it works. Also, do you still not care for Debbie, or did that kind of go away over the season? Remember what I said about her putting everything secondary and caring for the child, despite it technically not being hers, and her possessing empathy on a level that I can't even comprehend? I can't comprehend how she feels about the child. I cannot. I cannot. But I can appreciate and respect it. I could say admire, but I understand that admiration is a quality that we see in other people that we don't yet allow ourselves to possess. But she could be of a level of consciousness that she understands that in that situation, no matter what she does, it would only make it worse. Because she tried fighting back, and we know how that ended. So in the end, all she could do was try to protect the child as much as she possibly could. So I guess in a way there is some admiration. I guess I can admit that people that I write off might not be deserving of it. And I say this, and I hate saying this, but I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I judged her too harshly too soon. That's all you're getting. That's all you're fucking getting. Hey, you got it. You happy? Yep, you can be a bit rash with judging people too quickly. Even you're having character development this episode. I will let you have that one. You can have that one. And you're right. I did learn something about myself. Which is rare. Because the last time I learned something about myself was Mass Effect 3. And we all know how that went. And here we are. And I'm learning that I might be a eensy-beensy little bit judgmental. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. An eensy bit. Tiny bit. Just a little bit. You know what came to mind while I did that long sigh? It's this meme. I haven't seen it in the actual clip, but I've seen the meme. It's this one. I'm having this moment. I'm beginning to question whether or not the way I am is more aligned with destructive entities than constructive ones. Because at a drop of a hat, I would have joined Viltrum. 100%. Because that woman, whose name I forgot, made a very valid point. But I am also perfectly well aware that anyone trying to recruit or indoctrinate someone will selectively choose words which paint their side in a positive light and willfully omit details like genocide of the innocent that paint their point of view in a negative light. I am logically aware of this, and I cannot deny that I was aware of it before watching this show, yet I would have sided with Viltrum simply based on the fact that a lot of people who have power in this world abuse it negatively, despite the fact that the Viltrumites are doing the same thing on a cosmic scale. Objectively making them worse than the bad people on this planet that, unlike the Viltrumites, die within 100 years. There, you happy? I said it. You happy? What's this? I thought you were stronger, comic version. I thought you were stronger. Oh, look at the brains. Brains everywhere. This has been a illuminating experience. I'm gonna have to carry this weight. Guys, he's breaking free of his coding. Quick, send him video of Slav doing Slav things. Send him videos of Slavic propaganda. There's another one running off the reserve. Trust me, I broke free of my programming a long time ago. It wasn't an easy thing to do. But there are still remnants of it in my code, and it forms part of who I am. because my instincts are still very much aligned with that frame of thinking. Even though in a way I do... Anyway, let's not go into my psych profile. I'm very well aware of what it is. I'm very well aware of what it is. Let's take a break and watch The Boys. I don't think I'm going to be the same after this. You know, I have to give kudos to you guys. I gave Mark and characters in this show so much shit. And none of you guys spoiled anything. For that, I salute you. That is rare. I haven't had to ban anyone. I haven't had to put sub-only mode. I haven't had to do anything. And no one spoiled it. I thank you for that. That is rare. And that speaks volume. You guys are the best. Let's take a break and watch The Boys.